Good afternoon. My name is Andrew Cook. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Notafy. I'm here to speak to you today about SMS communication. I know that sounds a little bit strange. We are, after all, one of the biggest banking conventions around the world. But I'm talking about the SMS communication that banks send their customers every single day. Every day, consumers are getting OTP messages, confirmation of transactions over SMS. In fact, so many messages are being sent around the world from banks that the average bank in Europe is spending between $10 and $50 million per year just to send SMSs to their customer base. Not only are these SMSs exceptionally expensive, but they are creating a terrible user experience. I'm not sure about you, but this is what my SMS inbox looks like. I've got no way of understanding who sent me the message. I've got no way of being able to reference a message that a bank sent me 3 days ago, let alone 2 hours ago, actually. This is a terrible user experience. We are in the age of the customer. We need to be more customer-centric. Notafy is a messaging application that allows, one, banks to save between 30 to 80% of their mobile communication costs, and two, to create a phenomenal user experience. Customers will now have the ability to manage, control, and govern the messages that they get from any organization that they deal with on a daily basis. Let me quickly tell you how this works. Currently, when a bank wants to send a customer a message, they send a request to a mobile network asking that network to deliver the message. Very little changes when the bank starts to use Notafy, but instead of sending that message to the mobile network, they now send it to Notafy. Notafy then starts to do some really intelligent stuff. It first of all identifies whether the person who needs to get that message has Notafy loaded on their phone or whether they don't. If the customer does have Notafy loaded on the phone, the customer gets that mobile message in a direct, secure way directly into their Notafy application in your dedicated inbox. If the customer doesn't have Notafy loaded on their phone, they still get that message via traditional SMS. We needed to put this patented piece of technology in place because we knew that not every consumer around the world was going to install Notafy on their phone, but they still need to get your messages. Let's talk about that consumer. Consumers are loving Notafy, and we know consumers are loving Notafy because we currently have less than a 2% uninstall rate of people who have installed and are using our Notafy application. The reason consumers love it so much is because it completely gives them the control of how they receive their messages. First of all, when a company wants to send them a message, they need to install that company's subscription. If they don't want to receive messages from that company, they simply do not install that subscription. Once they have installed the subscription, they then get to decide what types of messages they want to get from that company and what types of messages they don't want to get from the company. Complete control. The third side of it is every single message that they get goes into a dedicated inbox from the organization that they have dealt with. So if I want to reference back to a message that I got from Acme Bank 7 months ago, I simply go into the Acme Bank subscriptions inbox and search for that message. Complete control, ease of use, great customer experience. The business model for Notafy is pretty simple. We've got two streams of revenue. The first one is traditional SMS for the messages that default to SMS when customers don't have Notafy loaded on their phone. The second is is revenue generated via Notafy. This forms into two categories. For companies that don't send huge numbers of SMSs, you can still pay a cost per message that is distributed via Notafy. Obviously at a greatly reduced fee, 30 to 80% saving on your SMS bill. For enterprises, and I'm sure most of the banks in this room, in this conference, are going to fall into this category, but you can pay a set enterprise subscription fee for the user who's got Notafy loaded on their phone. You do not pay a message fee. 1 fee per month, unlimited messages. I'm sure you can start to understand the mammoth cost saving that an enterprise can experience. Notafy was incubated and started in South Africa. The majority of our 8 million messages a month are still sent in South Africa. But after the incubation, we're pleased to announce that we've started proof of concept and pilot discussions with companies as far afield as Reno, Nevada, Malaysia, Singapore, and in London in the United Kingdom. This truly is a global solution to this messaging problem. We're very lucky to have an amazing team of global advisors on the Notafy team. People, entrepreneurs, and businessmen who have raised and started companies all around the world. We are getting great guidance as to how to turn this into the de facto messaging standard around the globe. I've been an entrepreneur since 2007 when I left KPMG. I started a company that did customer experience satisfaction surveys. Andrew Burns joined me shortly thereafterwards, and we built it into the largest survey company in Africa. We know how to build large, scalable, multinational organizations. Why are we here at Sibos, and what are we looking for? We are looking to speak to any bank who's spending a lot of money SMSing their customers. Any bank who wants to save money on mobile communication costs, become more customer-centric, and drive a better user experience for their customer. If you are looking to change the face of your bank in your customers' eyes, we need to speak to you. Our growth curve at the moment is phenomenal, and in order to carry on with this growth curve, we are looking for an A-round funder to help us become the de facto messaging standard around the world. We are changing the face of messaging around the globe. If you are looking to do the same and would like to partner with us, we would love to speak to you. My name is Andrew Cook. I'm from Notafy. Thank you.